Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I am Doctor McFarland, and what I have here in front of me is three amazing amplifiers on the Fender Toemaster Pro. And I've been dialing in different amps and such over the last few weeks, and really all of them are amazing and equally as majestical as any other amp. You just, find the tones that they naturally want to present, and you just like them for what they do. So with that said, I have chosen the JC Clean, the Vox AC30 Brilliant channel, and the 5153 Blue channel. Just take a deeper look into these amps. All right, so first of all, the JC Clean, obviously it's just a clean amp. It's known as being a clean amp. If you choose the combo version of this, I'm pretty sure that the chorus is built in, other than being separate on a separate pedal. But since I've chosen the head and I'm going direct out via this little fancy output thing down here, then I do have my output going out output 2. Output 1 is currently not being fed to anywhere other than headphones, and I'm just monitoring the headphones I have plugged in through my interface. So I am going direct out into a Quilter Aviator Cub UK model, which has a greenback-ish kind of speaker in it, and this thing just floors. It sounds so good. So that's what I've been using this last week or so to listen to my tones. Instead of listening through studio monitors or through an FR cab, I have been using the effects return of this Aviator Cub, and it just screams. It sounds so good. So with all that said and out of the way, back to the JC Clean here. So we do have a volume, a treble, a middle, and a bass. And notice that to my ears coming out of this speaker, I do have the bass turned down pretty low. So if I turn the bass back up to 12 o'clock, this is the sound that we have. And that's one of the things I noticed about this amp right away, is that it has a very sparkly, high-end clean tone. And there's just no drive in this amp at all. But the bass was very, very full coming through the effects return, like I said, of this Aviator Cub. So I do have the bass turned down, but it sounds fine as it is right now. I do have a stereo Rode mic on the cab itself, and that's what's feeding into the interface, and therefore that's how you're hearing it on this video. So just to my ears, depending on if I'm wearing headphones or just listening in the room, you might perceive that bass differently, but it's still very, very clean sound, and you can dial in that bass however you need. This is on the bridge pickup of my Kiesel CT6 with Autumn Burst rosewood fretboard, mahogany back and neck, and yeah, this thing is amazing. So here's the middle position. And the neck. So nice full bottom end there. So I will turn this bass back down about where I had it. What is that? 6, 7, about 8 o'clock on the dial. And I also have the treble turned down because it was overly bright to my personal taste. And there's even a bright switch you can flip on. So let's turn the treble back up to 5 and then just kind of go from there. Okay, once again, too much treble for my taste, but let's just keep it there and then turn the bright switch on. And then just hold your ears. Okay, so it's not bad on the neck pickup, but definitely on the treble, it's way too bright. So you can turn those things on and off and turn the knobs via the new scenes function that was added to the Toemaster Pro about 2 months ago or so. And maybe December, I can't remember. And so yeah, when you're dialing in your presets and your scenes, you can just use this 1 amp, turn the treble knob and the bright on and off via the different scenes. And that's a very viable way of doing it. Now I'm going to turn this treble back down about that, what is that, 10 o'clock or so. I do have 2 overdrive pedals in here. I have the Enchanter set to about medium gain, and I also have the Green Box set to the classic setup of drive down, tone in the middle. Level not quite all the way up, but you can crank it if you need to. But bringing in the Enchanter does sound really good. And it takes this squeaky clean sound of the JC amp and just gives it a little bit of hair, a little bit of, when you dig in with the strings, it kind of pushes back a little bit. So this is the sound that we have with this on the bridge pickup. And then back off. Yeah, so whether you have it on, have it off, it's just little nuances and little layers from clean to dirt and back that you can experiment with on your own. Now, we'll have this preset available on my website, so go to drmcfarlandstudios.com, and it's just a one-time fee to access all the presets I have on my site, and it's just a very simple way for you to say, hey, thanks for making these videos, and I will give you this one-time payment, and I will reap the benefits for the rest of my life of all these other presets that I'll ever put on the website itself. So anyway, there's that. So if you like squeaky clean, anything from jazz to country to whatever, pop, like some cool, like funky pop type stuff, the JC Clean amplifier is definitely the way to go. On to the next one. We have our UK30 Brilliant channel. Now I did mess with the normal channel, and that one just had a volume and a cut, and I felt like I wasn't getting enough tonal shaping for my personal taste. So I did go with this one, even though I did experiment with the other type of Vox AC30 amplifier on the Toemaster Pro. And I have the volume about 11, treble about 3, bass down, or cut actually up from its normal position just a little bit. And back on the bridge pickup, here we go. Oh yeah, little harmonic tremolo there for you. This thing just crunches up so nice. It kind of sits in that kind of clean if you play lightly, but definitely lives in that rhythm, crunch, full on, just like nice saturated tones without being overly saturated like a lead tone that you would want for 80s or a good, like, just lead tone in general. So anyway. Now, if I turn on the Enchanter, which you can kind of see there on the screen, now we have that extra level of gain just by kicking in another dirt pedal. And also, it's a little tighter on the low end. You know, just kind of hold that low end right there. If you need all that gain, yes, you can kick in the overdrive pedals, but plenty of dirt there for any kind of rhythm, lead type stuff that you would do. Like I said, in your country, rock, pop, whatever you're doing. Okay. Now going back to the JC Clean. I tried to match these levels as close as I could. It's pretty close. So. Moving on to the EVH 5153 blue channel. There's so much gain on tap. It's just ridiculous. So I turned the gain down pretty far, down to 9 o'clock. The volume is sitting at 12. Lows, mids, highs, presence. You can probably turn the presence down if you wanted to, but yeah, really, really good. At first I had the red channel in this preset, and I really just felt deep down in my heart that it was too flubby. I wasn't getting the tightness out of the sound that I was hoping for. So I went with the blue channel, and it just slays. I love it. So here we go. Yeah, so good. So once again, we can turn on the enchanter to tighten up the low end even more and add more gain. Or we can turn on the tube screamer, which pushes more mids and also tightens up the low end as well. Okay, I was really just seeing when it would die off, but it was taking forever. So I was like, all right, we'll cut you off. This lets you know this amp has tons of gain on it. And when you're blaring it through an actual speaker cab in the room, it just sounds really, really nice. So nothing against FR speakers or anything else, but if you can use a regular amp with the FX return to get the juiciness of like the real speaker and everything else, then it is pretty magical. So other things in this preset, I do have the harmonic trim, which sounds really nice. All right, and I do have also some digital delay just to kind of beef it up a little bit. And we can tap this in 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there's really nothing a whole lot there. I'm not trying to go for this big washy kind of delay and reverb thing. It's just kind of there in the background, adding some movement and some extra repeats to some rhythm or lead lines. So really that's about it, guys. This is a very simple setup, but the dialing in of the amps and just having those three distinct kind of tonal characteristics there of squeaky clean, great rhythm crunch sound, and then full on balls to the wall, metal, rock, hard rock, metalcore. I mean, whatever genre of music that you play, this preset will work. This preset will work great for you. So, like I said, if you want to help support the channel, head over to drmcfarlandstudios.com. I'm really enjoying the Toemaster Pro and the effects return setup, regardless of whatever amp you have in your possession. Just try it out and see what you think. Like I said, nothing against FR cabs, but effects return into a real speaker with an amp that has plenty of juice on it, and you're really just running the Toemaster Pro as your preamp sound and providing any other effects that you would need. It's just really, really good. So thanks everyone for watching. I am Dr. McFarland. I will see you in the next video. Keep rocking.